Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
As much time, making it a lot more difficult for a jungler to try and play around their Renekton, and also just the way his combo functions a little bit easier to deal with if you're the opposition. So we'll have to see how Morgan will be able to perform on this Renekton, but that ward. So you can see here Hanwha well aware of this. Now I don't think you need to over-aggress towards this, just give it like it's one dragon, but Willer wants to see if he can steal it.
Chovy hasn't got the push right now, so it's going to be a 4v3. So Cody putting himself in a position. White Lotus not quite got the bullet time just yet. They're going to jump straight in onto Willer. TP going to be committed. That's Chovy getting himself on the other side of this fight. Death going aggressive as they look to try and secure this dragon. It's Solid flashing away, but he falls to the ignite. First blood going up to Hanwha. They trade 1-for-1. Flash. Ackerman in a little bit of trouble. They don't land the paddle star, and Cody not going to be able to trade it back. 2 kills for it.
A bunch of bunch of resources put into this Renekton. Instead, they're just like, cool, Renekton's winning anyway. Let's just invest in depth on the bottom side and make sure we're winning across the board.
Bugax is so low right now. You might pop the dominance. Yep, there it is. Can he get himself behind the turret though? Morgan in a little bit of trouble. Will get the Q off. Flashes away. Still dies. It's
just don't have the item spikes that we need right now to contest this.
Yeah, as well. You have Morgan just hovering towards that bot side before returning to top. So recognizing, look, I can hover, I can be around. Timer, they're looking for something.
Yeah, Bugax still has push in top side, which is why they're maybe looking for Ackerman.
Oh, they're going to look for Ackerman in the mid lane, but there's the bullet time coming out to stop Chovy for going in for the shifting sands and the Emperor's Divide. A lot of things being burnt right now. Flashes, dashes, everything whatsoever. There's the ultimate. Has been tanked up by White Lotus, so won't do the full damage. There's going to be the Crescent Guard coming out for Solid Snake as he's going to try and jump in, but now Drowsy going down onto Willer. Can they commit any more to this fight? I don't think they can, but here comes Bugax right off the side, but a TP in the middle of it. Bugax versus the world. He's looking for Death, who will get over the wall. They flash in on the Death. Death will fall. That's going to be the first kill of this fight. Now Cody can jump in. It's the Amumu for the Ezreal right now. Willer so close to Death. Finally will fall down as Morgan finds himself a little bit all alone. Chovy tries to get him away, but he just cannot. And a strange turn of events. Infinity
mid don't get the play, and Chovy's pushing in topside. He's poking out Bugax with the range discrepancy, and it'll actually be Hanwha who end up with a tower when all is said and done.
Later, that's just generally how you want to go for this. And finally, we are seeing them look to trade up if they can, as we look to see maybe they can get a blue buff out of it as well. The Dragon taking a little bit longer, I imagine, than most anticipated, but did he get away with just a little bit of a smack on the wrist?
Yeah, not going to be able to burn any summoner spells, and Infinity now get the recess that they need to hold on to this mid lane turret, but Hanwha are not letting up.
They are not, but Hanwha gotta respect. That is still a 2.5 item Zoe with the distance on the paddle star. You get so much. Ackerman goes in. He stops Chovy, and Chovy has been taken out. He gets his Emperor Divide out, but when you're locked in place, there's nothing you can do. Willer forced to flash away, and Hanwha Life are heading for the hills.
And they knew that Ackerman was there. He was
Cody just covering up that mid lane, but they are waiting to see if they can just catch somebody out. There's an exhaust going down to Vista. Maybe they're looking for a little bit of a take. White Lotus takes a little bit of a hit, and the TP's going to be committed. That's going to be Chovy coming in. White Lotus has to get himself out. There's the Solar Flare. Vista is still very tanky. Vista is still very healthy. They land on the Death as Solid Snake tries to take him down, but Cody is there, and Hanwha Life punish the overextension. They punish the mistake in Infinity. You got to get out. You got to try and survive. You can't.
They get themselves back control of the map, and they will get themselves a third dragon. And now, especially when you're looking at a Rabadon's death cap will complete it soon for the Azir, that's going to be a major issue.
Yeah, it's just a bit reaching there from Infinity. You didn't have to try and force that play. You didn't have to try and make it work for you. You had options, and even this Bugax into Morgan, he's winning the side lane, as we can now see him invest into this jungler to try to catch him out. Solid Snake is dead. That's just an easy, quick kill, and Hanwha Life starting to pick up the pace.
And I mean, Baron's on the cards as well now, right? 26 minutes into the game, you've got a 3-kick goal lead at Azir with a Rabadon's death cap. That will not stand for very long as Bugax is still trying to deal with this bot lane turret.
You gotta be a little bit careful though. Willer will have to be the sole tank of this. As you can see now, Vista off to the side. They will have the True Shot Barrage land on the 3 people, so I'll pepper them down. This Baron is not exactly quick. Deft and Vista are the ones keeping him away, and oh my lord, Deft! That is just so disgusting, being able to go that far aggressive, and no, he's gonna be able to get the kill.
Yeah, I mean, Deft's feeling himself right now.
Overreaching, maybe saw an opportunity that wasn't there, and really getting hard punished right now, as we can see, just pushing forward with the Infinity. Are going to look for a pick. It's not really the one they wanted, so they're not going to fully commit to it. They're going to try and maybe get a little bit of poke, but nothing else. Bugax is pushing back Morgan, but that turret is falling, and then the 4v4, Infinity can't hold, and Bugax trying to go for the 1v1 against Rected, but you're against minions right now. He's going to get blocked, and he's not going to be able to do it at all. He's going to have to back himself away because the rest of Hanwha is up. It's coming up from his base.
But look at the health bars on Infinity. They're actually being cut off from their own base as Hanwha now get bot. They're going to get mid, and it's falling apart for Infinity.
It is, and Morgan's going to find Bugax. He's not going to be able to get himself back to base to try and defend, and now they're going to try and trade each other's lives. They won't be able to get it, but Hanwha Life, they smell blood.
Annihilate both Chovy and Deft. You're just kind of out of time.
Yeah, they're going to get tier 2 in the top side, so 5 members of Infinity, but you got Chovy and Morgan at the top side. You got the rest of Hanwha hovering in the red side jungle, so you know you are safe to go for this. Deft will get drowsy. Morgan's a little bit isolated away from his team, and they will try and commit onto it. This should be the last fight coming in, so we do get the stuns down. It's double cleanse used as Deft gets himself out. He had himself a QSS, and he had himself a cleanse, so he keeps himself alive. The base is well and truly drawn, hung, and quartered as they now look to try and find the last fight. Infinity throwing everything at the wall. They just got this completely separated. They just can't finish off the health bars. They're just so close, but yet so far. White Lotus trying his very best, but it is in fact Bugax who gets himself a double kill, but Deft knows the rest of the team are low. He knows they're going for it. There's the stun, there's the kills. Is it a triple? It's not quite able to happen. Deft keeps himself alive, and while all this is happening, Chovy's ended the game.
Chovy's just chilling. He's like, yeah guys, just keep him busy. I've got this. Gotta finish off this. I mean, Bugax finally will fall to Morgan's hands, as the base will do likewise to Chovy.
It was a valiant last effort from Infinity, but Hanwha Life will get themselves onto the win sheet. They will find themselves a win against the LLA #1 team, as there's the ace coming in. Sniped off to the side. Chovy ends the game. Hanwha Life on the board.
And a confident win coming.